Greetings YouTube, Dark Swordsman here, and at last I am back for more Final Fantasy X after a short break while I was doing the grind. The grinding is now done. I do also have my lovely co-host Holly with me again today. She's going to be co-hosting the next load of episodes. Now, we are going to be starting the Dark Aeon chapter very shortly, but before I do that I just want to go over a few bits with you all. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the tomberry trick. I know I did do a video on this a while back, but I thought I would do a more improved, upgraded version. And also while we're here at the arena, I'm going to be showing you how to get hold of the other spheres that you will need to max out your grid, as well as how to start getting them at low level before you've actually maxed any stats out and whatnot, because as I stated in some of my recent streams, I've noticed that a lot of the videos only show you how to do it when your stats are quite high. Okay then, so first things first then, what's needed for the tomberry trick? Well, first things first, we're going to need, let's say we are going to do Walker for argument's sake. I believe I still have his weapon sat here somewhere. Yep, there it is, the blowout. So as you can see, I have it set up with triple AP, overdrive into AP, triple overdrive. Now, the triple AP, the quickest way to get that is going to be to farm. Let me just go into the arena here. We want the One Eye, which I'm going to quickly just show you him now. To unlock this guy, you want to go and capture 4 of each of the creatures that look like this fella in the different areas that they pop up. So that is the Macalania Forest, the Thunder Plains, Mount Gegazet Cave, or you can also find them in Zanarkand. There's also one inside Omega Dungeon that also pops up inside of Sin as well. And then finally the one in the Mayhem High Roads. Now the quickest way to farm this guy is oh, she's already out on the field. Let me just switch over to Una here. Now, in order for this to work, you're going to need to have sent Una over to Oren's part of the grid, and you want to send her pretty much all the way, well, most of the way through Oren's grid. Once she's most of the way through Oren's grid, your Animar should be strong enough to two-shot him. So we'll go ahead and pull Animar out here. And you don't need to do too much to get Una through Oren's grid. You can actually do the tomberry trick to do it at a nice early level, because you don't need to really rack in that much experience. I think it only takes about, I'm going to say probably about 20 sphere movement to get through Oren's grid, maybe slightly more, perhaps 20 to 30, something like that. But yeah, so we can just literally use some physical attacks here to take him out, like so. Okay, so that's that one. And then, okay, so sometimes this can happen. Sometimes you will get a bangle or another armor accessory. The game does like to be a pain in the butt with that. But I guarantee you he does drop the triple AP weapons. And you want triple AP weapons that have got 2 empty slots on them, because the overdrive into AP and the double or triple overdrive you're going to put onto the weapon yourself. Now also take note, we've just picked up 2 magic defense spheres, so this guy is the guy that will give you your magic defense, and believe me, you're going to need it. Okay, so next up then, let's see here. So obviously you're going to want triple or double overdrive and then overdrive into AP. So let's have a look at just a random weapon. We're not actually going to build a weapon, we're just going to have a little look here at what we need. So for the overdrive into AP, you're going to need the doors to tomorrow, which I'm just trying to think where you get that from. I'm having a brain fart.
You have to get at least get all of one of every monster within the Cavern of the Stolen Faith.
Oh yes, thank you. Yes, so you will need to have captured at least one of each of the fiends in the Cavern of the Stolen Faith. Thank you, my dear co-host. And also, you will need to do the Cabinet of the Stolen Faith in order to unlock the Don Tomberry as well. That's another I can't say the word. Pre-setup. Let's say it like that because I can't use the actual word. And then the double overdrive. That's the underdog secret. You can get 99 of those from Rin once you have collected all Albed primers, and you talk to him on board the airship. It'll take you into a shop. You back out of that, and then you'll start a conversation with him, and he'll be quite impressed with you, and he'll give you what you need. Triple overdrive, which is the other one you can go for. That's the winning formulas. You will get 99 of that once you have captured, I believe it's one of every single fiend roaming every single area. And then later on you will be able to also pick those up from one of the creatures here in the arena. Okay, now let's talk about the setup that we need then, because we've got the weapon, but what else do we need? Well, let me show you. So the next thing we need to be looking at then is our overdrive, which, as you can see, Walker's already apparently set up. I must have had him set up from something else. So the person who you're going to get the levels up for, you want to have set up with Comrade. And then the other two, which in this case is going to be no, we can go with Yuna and Riku because we're just demonstrating. We're not actually looking for a large amount of experience. Although, having said that, if we want to demonstrate that, let's just change our formation here. Let's chuck Yuna out and let's put Tidus in. And let's also put Orin in. So Orin and Tidus, we're going to want to set those two to Stoic, which Tidus is already set to, and so is Orin. Okay, so next up then, let's go ahead and go into Area Conquest here, and we're going to go to Don Tomberry and start the battle. Now, we don't actually need to kill this thing in order to get the experience. All we actually need to do, and I'm just going to use a bit of haste here because for some reason the Don Tomberry seems to have somehow managed to outspeed me. I'm not quite sure how that's happened, but all we need to do is have the two characters that are not gathering the experience go on the attack. And then revive again. Now in this case I've actually got Auto Phoenix, which does make things even more effective because it's saving you time, it's allowing you to get more attacks in, but obviously earlier on when you're low level you're not going to have access to that, so it might take a little bit more work. I suggest making sure you keep your Phoenix Downs topped up as well for that. And the only job that Waka here is going to do, that's the one we're going to get the sphere movement for, is basically just to keep adding things like haste or auto phoenix, auto life, or protect or shell, anything you think that might go well on the side. Not that you really need to, but his main objective will be to keep reviving the other two. So we're not going to go all the way through the battle, but once Tomberry gets so far and he's no longer countering, all you want to do is go into your special and hit flee basically. Now obviously at the beginning not all your characters are going to have access to flee, so you're going to want to make sure that you can get your hands on that ability. Now obviously in this case I've only gone and bagged 19 sphere movement, but that's fine. We weren't really looking to bag a shed ton. The other thing I'm also going to show you with this particular episode is how to get hold of power spheres, mana spheres, ability spheres and speed spheres. For that we want to go to Kottos. Now at early stage you're probably thinking, well, how the hell can I beat Kottos? He's really strong. Let me show you. What you want to do is, I recommend when you're maxing your stats out, you start with Yuna. And the reason you want to start with Yuna is because Animar is going to be your best friend when it comes to getting the spheres off this guy. And in order for this to work, you're going to want to have gotten at least 3/4 of her grid done, which the spheres that you will have on you before you start going after him should be sufficient to do. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pull Animar out. Now there's a few abilities that you're going to want to teach Animar before you start this. You're going to want to give him extract ability, extract speed, extract mana, and extract whichever one it is that I didn't say. You're also going to want to give him protect, haste, and curaga. So the first thing I tend to do is go haste. Now obviously right now I could take Kottos out without even needing to do this, but I just wanted to show you guys how to do it at low level, because like I said before, there's a lot of people out there that have done videos for this, but they've shown how to do it at a higher level. So the next thing you're going to want to do is cast Protect, and that will give us our shield. And then with that, we are going to go down to our skills, and let's say, for argument's sake, we want to do, let's do power, because I know I'm quite low on power right now. There we go, we've walloped him with that, and basically we just need to keep hitting him back now. Sometimes it's worth using the extract a couple of times just to make damn certain that it works, because sometimes it doesn't always work. But 99% of the time it does. Now he will counter each attack that you dish out, but this is why we put Protect in, so it reduces the damage further. And we also put Haste on to reduce the amount of attacks he can dish out, because the majority of it will just be him countering us. And now you can see we have got 40 power spheres. Now this trick works for the ability spheres, speed spheres, and the mana spheres. As for the rest of the spheres, I'm going to show you that in the next episode. So that's going to be it for this episode. Do stay tuned, because we're now going to look at tackling the next bit in the next episode. So do come and stop by for that. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, folks, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care.